Hey, first of all, you guys can skip ahead to the 12-minute 20-second mark to catch the cards, but I also wanted to preface this by saying the scouting phase of this video had a lot of lag in the video that I didn't foresee. I actually took a fight while live recording during that period, so it's super blotchy. I apologize for that. I'm going to leave it in because you can still hear all of the audio perfectly clearly, and it might be informative to some of the people that are watching this video. So bear with me. Once we get through the Mordo fight, everything else is going to look a lot cleaner. What's up, guys? War 10. So we've got 3 wars left in the season, including this one. We're up against Hell's Bells 2. I'm not familiar with these guys, but they're obviously in Platinum 1. Last season, they were in Platinum 2. So, this is a mismatch. This is a good matchup for us, which is nice. Let's go ahead and take a peek at what we've got this war. In Section 1, I'm just going to have this one path fight, this Mordo. That's Ebb and Flow Knockdown and Heavy Hitter. So it's good placement. I'm going to use Dr. Doom here. I just need to find that first opening, I think, so that I can get a combo in without relying on baiting his heavy attack. So if I can do that, then I should be able to take control of the fight. I can stagger him, and then every time I stagger him, he'll be shocked, and then I can rush in, and then I can heavy him if he's being passive. And the other thing that I'll need to look out for is that my energy attack on my SP1, my unblockable SP1, he can block that. So I just need to be careful with that. That's it. And then I'm also going to take this Storm Pyramid X. This is power snack, so it's buffet, but with power instead of regeneration. I want a little redemption. I'm going to use Magik here, and I'm going to use a Power Start 1 boost. And then in Section 2, I've got 3 fights. I've got Thing on Spite. This is really good placement. A lot of people have actually messaged me about the best counter for this fight. And the best counter, what I'm going to be using today, is Quake. Now I'm going to have Dexterity removed so that I don't have to worry about triggering Spite. And her concussion can, number 1, turn off power from afar or powerful from afar. But also if you're playing parry style, generally speaking, the AI is going to be a little bit more aggressive, and especially with heavy attacks. So he should be a little bit more aggressive with me, and thus he'll be closer to me. Hopefully powerful from afar won't even trigger that much. But I'm going to use Quake there. I'll probably use an invulnerability boost. And then I've got Magik here on Aspect of Evolution and improved power gain. This is also really good placement. I really will have 2 options. Because Magik isn't stubborn, I can use Quake here and just go full dex, or I can use Magik here, and if I use Magik, then I'll use a Power Start 1 boost, and I'll just take a combo at the start of that fight. I'll have 50% chance to trigger Limbo for my Power Start 1 boost, so if there's a 50% chance I'll be able to heal back that combo damage anyway, and she won't gain that defensive combat power, so that'll be great. And then I'm going to use Magik here on this Dragon Man, and again, obviously I'm going to have that Power Start 1 boost active still. So I'll have that, and then up on Mini Island, I'm going to use Quake on this Annihilus. So the Annihilus just has Power Focus 1, Enhanced Special 1, Power Drain, and Hurt Locker. So all of those node buffs have to do with special attacks, and with Quake, he'll never get to a special attack, and I'll never use a special attack. So that's the war. That's the outlook, at least right now. Obviously, things sometimes can change, but I anticipate that that'll be those are going to be my fights. So we're going to join up. We're going with Dr. Doom, Magik, and Quake. We're at 4 energy. We still have our defensive build on, which means that we've got no points in suicide. We have 9 out of 9 in greater vitality, just to give us as much health as possible. And I've got Mystic Dispersion on. So I'm going to actually go into this Mordo fight right now, unboosted. It is an R5 Mordo. Again, this can get a little bit dicey. I just need to find that first opening to combo. Once I get that first combo, In theory, this fight should go very, very well. So let's go ahead and go right in. All right, there's my opening. And at this point, I just want to trigger. I just want to bait his special attacks because those will give me my opening. And if he doesn't use a special attack, that's not a problem. I can just throw my heavy into his block. When he has a shock, it'll passively stun him. Yeah, there it is. Very, very easy fight. Now I've cleared the shared fight here for our path 4 person, Lizer. And she can take that Hitmonkey linked because she's using rank 3 Omega Red. And the incoming link from this node is Strike Back. She doesn't need to use a special. She actually doesn't want to use a special against Hitmonkey because ideally you would not knock him down. So off to a good start. That was pretty fun to do in this recording. And the rest of my fights, including that Storm X, I will do obviously later because I can't get to her now. But that's a little bit trickier of a fight anyway. So I will wait to do those fights not while I'm recording myself. All right, thanks for bearing with me. I know that this is like literally the worst war video ever made. And you guys have watched it for almost 7 minutes now, which makes me feel really sad. But anyway, all right, we've got a rematch here against Storm X, not using Claire, of course. We are using Magik, and we're just going to power lock her. Now, she is still bugged, to my knowledge. She will glance, she can glance special attacks if they're chained, if they inflict some kind of ability modification on activation, but Magik's doesn't, obviously. Her Power Steal and Power Lock from her SP2 come after the SP2 is completed, so Storm won't be glancing that stuff. So a very, very straightforward fight here. You guys will see that I'm doing the backdraft medium intercept, which is fairly risky. It used to be like clockwork, but I don't know how many seasons ago, several seasons ago, Kabam adjusted the AI so that sometimes the defenders will stand back there and they'll just block instead of chasing you out of the corner, and on occasion they can parry you. So that's gotten me into trouble on some boss fights over the last half dozen seasons, but for the most part, it's very, very safe. That's why you guys will see me back out sometimes. There I just screw up the timing. I got too excited and I threw my SP2 before completing my combo, which happens sometimes, unfortunately. But the fight's fully under control at this point, and I'm going to throw my SP1 just to get that extra nullification damage on her prowess. But anyway, pretty straightforward, went really well. So this fight is Thing on Spite. I'm using Quake. It's got Powerful from Afar. I have Dexterity completely off. And Thing, because of his slow double heavy animation, really is pretty easy to play parry style only without using Dex once. Even on his heavy, you can just heavy charge and auto evade both parts of his heavy attack. So once he's in the corner, or once I'm in the corner at this point, the fight is over. As long as I'm charging my heavy, as long as he's under the effects of a concussion, he's never going to trigger Powerful from Afar, so I don't have to worry about that. I don't know, honestly, how that happened. I think that I maybe just backed up. I didn't trigger Dexterity, but I'm not really sure how he got the indestructible charge on him, but it doesn't really matter. So, yeah, I'm going to wait out one more Aftershock cycle here, and that'll do the trick. A pretty straightforward fight. On paper, this looks like it would be a troublesome matchup, or just a problematic placement, but Quake kind of just neutralizes it for the most part if you're able to play him full parry style without ever triggering Dexterity. Okay, so here you guys will see that Limbo triggers, and on this node, because it's got Aspect of Evolution, 200% power gain, I'm going to just take a full combo at the start of this fight. Now, Limbo with a max sig magic only has a 50% chance to trigger on that first SB1. So keep that in mind. I didn't even attempt to block it or back up and check to make sure that Limbo activated, because on this node, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to want to take that combo right at the beginning. The reason that we're taking a combo is because we're starting with a bar of power. We want to get to our SB2 as quickly as possible, and defensive combat power rate is significantly higher than offensive combat power rate. So I'm going to gain more power by getting punched in the face by the defender than I would by punching the defender in the face. And it doesn't give them much power as a defender for themselves. So that's a really good strategy. Here, do the same thing. I got pretty lucky that on both fights, Limbo did trigger to start the fight. That just helped me heal back the damage that I took from that combo. But again, even if it didn't, I think the safest option for these two nodes, if they're magic friendly defenders, is just to go ahead and take a full combo. It's going to cost you a few potions if Limbo does not trigger, but it's not really a big deal. So there you guys saw that I kind of mistimed punishing his SB1, and fortunately I'm able to get back to an SB2, and I've got half suicides on, so I've also got 2 out of 3 in recoil. Recoil and deep wounds are really, really critical masteries for Magik, I think. And I leave off Liquid Courage when I'm playing Magik because that poison will mitigate the healing that she'll get from Limbo by 30%. So, and she frankly doesn't really need any extra attack if you're boosted with her and in most matchups. So, alright, this is a very, very straightforward fight. I've got it on 2.5 speed, 2.5x speed. It's just an Annihilus. I'm kind of weaving in parry and deck style, but I do like to play Annihilus parry style because he'll inflict those debuffs through your block. You can just heal from willpower. So that was the war for us. BG3 had another 1 death clear. So all in all, we've had 5 total. In the last video, I think I spoiled it on accident. I said that we had 5. I believe that this is number 4 or 5. So we've done really well this season. I'm really proud of the guys. Here's a look at the cards. We've got FaZe with the silver, Lags and Liza representing BG3 with the gold and the platinum card. So leave a like and a comment. Let me know what you guys think of that thing fight, of the Magik strategy taking a hit to start the fight. And I will catch you in the next video.